All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, blue 80, back 25, 22. I got you. Ready to that. 5, 25 to that.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Down. Get ready. Blue 80. Don't get nervous. Check 43. Ready to go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ready. Blue 80. 22. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Oh, not Bill.
Here we go. 25 to that.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
On that night over there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
a league game in Madden
the defense
right
was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Target. Wait. Hey. High 7.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And it's complete.
Cooper.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Come on, man. Let's go. First and 10 at the 48.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Yo.
Check. Lucky.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman.
You did what now?
And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people down, and establish the run early.
Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes.
I had it, man. I just don't show it.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle.
I had, but I just don't show it.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
I don't know if I want to spar.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Probably not. Probably not.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Got it. Five.
3rd and 2. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones.
They gonna take it out
He's
tomorrow.
able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Got it. Go.
We just gotta hurry up.
Now Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I only bought VC one time.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Well, when the game first came out, ain't about nonsense.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to
You
kick
don't
it
have to
away.
get that shit so easy. So you really don't
This is
have to
fielded a
get that
couple
shit so
yards
easy.
deep. And he elects not to bring this
You
one
get a
out
lot
as
over the
his
game.
guys will take over
Well, I
at the
put mine on Hall of
25.
Fame, so I mean, that could be what I get. I mean, it do give you.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I mean, it ain't bad to have it on pro. You just don't know.
They'd love to just strike back with
I
a
do gotta
touchdown
hire
right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first
Get a
downs,
decent
run
amount
some
on
plays,
those.
run some
You don't
clock.
like that.
Let their defense get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a
I get
little
like
bit after they just
1,000
gave up
a
a
game.
score.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Then when I do get on that motherfucker, I don't see every damn thing.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to effect.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treated like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all
God
the way.
damn.
So all even at 7 now as they kick
What kind
it
of build
away.
you got? Now, what kind of dude did you make, though?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Should have made an offensive threat, boy. Them bitches nasty.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Bravo.
Back to the air. Ryan after the pick 6. Jones has it. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 39. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Get out.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Stocker's got it. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, that's tough, Bill. I said, that's tough.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke.
I just started to
so he got 3 and 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Yep. And that'd be a 10-minute quarter. It was
trying to get one more in here.
I can't, man. It's a lead game. I can't sit.
These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You got nothing.
2nd and 5 now. Prescott. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On the counter, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper. 3rd down here.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 3rd and long for Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Running right, this is Freeman. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Yeah. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On it.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ryan's throw caught by Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Who they? We'll be out there.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They may want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So you getting it back?
They start on the ground with Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Dumb, right?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz.
What's ETA?
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. First down, Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On third down, it's Prescott. Incomplete to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, switch gears. 6, check. 5, 25.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready, back 25.
Stomach hurting, boy.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Check it.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, 59, ready. Face. You don't want it. Hey, 1-5.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's going to air one out and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
It's a give to Freeman running right. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come check. Check it back.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Let him go.
Now it's Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route.
What up, Bill?
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Right there. 54, right
About to be halftime.
Watch the screen. Watch the go. Watch the screen.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got Sanu. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mohamed Sanu. Incomplete. Byron Jones on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
What you talking about, man?
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing again, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So you right about that.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
From the 27, Prescott caught by Cobb. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. 10th carry now for Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Prescott throwing complete to Cobb, and he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Freeman. And an alley to run. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 76 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Go on, RG.
First down carry by Allen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here.
Well,
they're
y'all
on
running
the road
right now?
and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Cooper's got it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Yeah, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now. Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll turn to the power game with Olawale. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jameis Olawale, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they're an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fielded about a yard deep. Then a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Speaking out of existence, huh? Man, my motherfucking stomach hurting, boy.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Oh, she didn't know yet.
Tuesday.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter.
Wow.
This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Falcons on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9.
They make me laugh. My stomach already hurt. I'm trying not to.
Hey, Zoo.
Fuck.
Hey, white. Mike's by 4.
Ryan. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Hey, exit.
To throw again, Ryan. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Gotta get them badges, bro.
Hey, Alpha.
Gotta get them badges. Gotta get your badges.
Now Ryan back into his end zone. Jones has it. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
You can get a tireless score badge.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta.
Is he tied?
First kick. This one looks good as well.
That's the out there turbo.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's get it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I'm coming after you. 11. 15. Check. You must be dreaming. Shit. Gun. Go.
Hey, orbit.
51.
Mike's 50. In your face.
Gun.
Here's Ryan. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I told him my stomach started to hurt.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That was how you set it up.
Now on 4th down on is the punt team sending this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, I know exactly how to do that shit. You probably didn't even try to make a shot greater. Oh.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 2nd down.
22.
Throwing again. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Ryan. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
This is Freeman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, Delta.
Space. Mike 55, Mike 55.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they can.
Yes, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
I just caught a peek.
And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go. Tight Ringo. Tight on Ringo. Tight on Ringo.
Prescott to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. A good pickup there at 22. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Yeah, you got to go in now.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
Oh, yeah, you just had to walk out of it.
Here's Prescott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to give him field.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Atlanta, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Dallas, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. But more importantly, they'll get a week to rest as they've earned a first-round bye in this year's playoffs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
A Super Bowl? Damn, man, that nigga broke that bitch.